Okay,
I'm making Steve that.
All right, you're getting a little weird now, Steve.
sine 28 degrees. Survey says,
So,
just go nearest tenth for
oh, you
all of
wanted
these.
us to do that, huh?
25?
Yep.
Oh, because I did so close. That's fine. Okay, so
Ooh, remember that.
what was that? This, remember, when you know theta, then this calculator input is actually the plain sine key.
And when you want degrees, you gotta do the inverse.
Right.
How do you come up with that 5?
You gotta get sine.
You have to go 28 sine. Are you in degree mode?
1.469.
Yeah, you are.
See, I hate when you guys do that.
Scientific is a
Stick with the
28
truth.
sine.
You get your feet.
Okay, so that's one of them. Next one is,
Can you go back real quick?
sure.
Please.
Next one we'll do,
Okay.
so it's sine, cosine, or tangent, and you know the angle. It's one of those three, and the angle's anywhere from 0 to 360. Doesn't matter what the angle is, you know it.
So, well, obviously, 0.05 right there, if we invert it,
0.05. It's
it'll
0.5.
be 28 or 27 point something. Is that right?
How would it look in the question on the
So,
test? That's the-
Find, or evaluate, or simplify.
Back to 28.
And the question will be sine 28 degrees equals.
Yeah, if you inverted the 0.5, well, actually, I
Don't do
inverted.
that.
I inverted.
Don't do that. Not for, no, for this question, just type it in, sine 28 equals.
No, he was just asking if you inverted it back, it would give you the same answer.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't that what you was asking?
yeah,
Yeah,
good,
for
good,
example,
good,
we want
yay, yes.
We rounded it to 0.5, but if we do that one, it's gonna be.
Well, if you go
If
backwards
we
on
do
0.5, you're gonna
if we
get
do-
30 because
Right,
you round it.
if you round it,
But
right.
if you do an inverse of it, go
I
ahead.
just used the answer,
To change.
and inversed it.
Right, if you do
That's
the
what I
inverse
like
of your
about these
answer.
calculators, you ain't
Yeah.
gotta punch everything in all the
I
time.
know, I like
Go
that
back
too.
Yeah.
I do.
Cool.
Okay, let's do a secant of 107 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, find, evaluate, blah, blah, blah. So on secant, again, you know the angle, right? So the key we're going to use here is there is no secant key, so we're going to use
1 over sine.
every
Cosine.
pair has a co. Every pair has a co. Sine co, secant, secant co, tangent co. Every pair has a co.
Cosine and cosecant.
Mhm. Right, but it can't be exactly cosine 107 because they would have just asked me that. So secant, you're going to type in 1 over cosine 107. Be very careful here because 107 degrees is a 107 degree rotation. That can't change. Fractions and decimals can flip upside down, but angles cannot. And that is the most common mistake is you do a 1 over 107 instead of a 1 over cosine 107. Okay, that's why there's no partial credit is because I know the only mistake you're going to make.
You already know what we're gonna mess
So
up.
this one is not
Before
negative.
the answer.
No,
I don't know.
there's no negative unless there's that little.
There's a negative here in their answer.
Yeah,
Negative 3.4?
I mean,
Negative 3.4. Good.
the cosine of.
Yeah, 3.42.
No. 342?
Yeah, because it's got 3 significant digits, right?
But you didn't ask for it. There's no.
Well, yeah,
I don't really care on the review, but yes, you're right.
but they show 3 significant digits, so that's what
So
they're
you
supposed
go
to
out
answer.
3.
So-
Right.
Yeah.
That's so what?
Yeah.
Say what?
Basic.
No.
In your face.
She was asking, you
Not
don't
at all.
put, like secant -1 and you never use
No.
-1 unless there's a little.
Right. No.
I'm stuck now for real.
SOHCAHTOA is when you see a picture of a triangle.
I
Okay.
don't have secant in here though.
No, you don't. That's why this is one of the hardest questions on the test.
Really?
Is because it's not on your calculator. You have to take 1 divided by. And you have to know that secant and cosine are partners. Huh? I just didn't hear you because I was talking.
1 divided by tangent and the angles.
Well, yeah,
How do I
because
know,
It's cosine.
it's secant and cosine are reciprocals. Secant of any angle is the same thing as 1 over the cosine of that angle. Remember when we did the chart? Sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, cotangent. So cosecant, if you get that, is 1 over the sine. And cotangent, these are true in reverse too, but there's really no point. So cotangent is 1 over tangent.
If you write it like that, because see, if you need this, then you're going to do 1 over this one. If you need this, you do 1 over that one.
Yep.
So draw that out first, and
And this is what's gonna be hardest to remember.
Yeah, so no matter what your trig function is, that's your chart. Okay, so were we good with the negative 3?
Go ahead, I'll get it off the slide.
Okay. Next, these are the two where you knew the angle. Now we're going to go for looking for the angle, and they're not necessarily in this order. There's just, I guarantee the 4 styles of questions are there. A main one that's on your calculator, you know the angle. A divide, where you know the angle. A main one where you're looking for the angle, and an inverse where you don't. So those are your 4. So let's do the next one. Let's do a tangent theta is equal to 3.7298. Find theta. Okay, so this is where we're looking for theta. Looking for.
What's theta? Just the angle?
73.
Right. So we're going to do an inverse tangent
No, 75.
of 3.7298. And on yours, just type it in backwards. Remember, it's 3.7298. And then do that inverse tangent, the shift tangent.
So,
Second tangent, whatever the -1 is on your calculator.
so you just put
7298.
3.298.
Second.
Oh, this thing is hosed.
Hey,
Look,
74 point.
look, we put the same exact numbers in and got 2 different answers.
Inverse tangent.
What would you get?
I got 73 points.
you got
And he had 74.99. Hit clear twice, and do it again. And
I
we'll
have
see what happens again.
74.99.
Hit clear twice. We're hot on the set. Who got the 73?
3 points. I did.
Okay. 74.99. Hit
I
clear,
got
clear.
75. Yep.
I got
that.
73 again.
No, I got this right into that time.
I can't answer you what happened. It's got, but when I was going on YouTube, when I found that mistake, and then I started searching a little deeper to see
Oh,
what the
I
problem
know
was.
what I did.
What?
I put 2.7 instead of 7.2.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't either until just now.
Right.
I mixed
Your mind just
Yeah.
And see, we all 3 looked at it and didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
Holy.
Right. That one, in this case, that's not going to help any. But on a lot of those questions, that is a huge reason to show your work, because if I see that when I'm going through it, here I'm just in a hurry, so I didn't even notice it. But on the test, I'm trying to figure out what happened, because I'll see you had all your work correct, and yet I have the wrong outcome. So I'm looking for things like that. Did you transpose a number? Did you put a decimal in the wrong spot? If all of your work is there and your output is incorrect, it's a typing error on your calculator, and so less is taken off.
So in other words, just write out tangent -1.
Well, no, these 4
Inverse
don't have any
tangent.
partial credit anyway.
Okay, so
But a triangle question or
Oh,
something.
okay.
if you're looking for an angle, you'd use a negative
Yeah,
1.
we done that.
Right. Yep. Anytime you're looking for it. Okay, so that's the regular.
So in the test, it's gonna say just look for the.
Find
for the
theta.
angle.
Find theta.
Theta.
Find
When you
theta.
gotta find theta, you gotta use the inverse.
This time we're going to do
I'm 0.
cos theta. Cosecant theta is equal to 2.64. Okay, so one more time. We're looking for theta. So you're going to
1
use...
over sine.
Good. Now, think about it though. 1 over sine. When I made this other page, I'm going to pop back for a second. When I made this page, theta didn't go upside down. Theta stayed with its ratio, or with its trig function, right? So on this one, theta has to stay with it. So longhand, this means 1 over sine theta still is 2.64. That's just the definition. I never do this stuff, but it's still true. Shorthand, you go straight to reciprocals. So sine theta is equal to 1 over 2.64. Ratios flip upside down. Because remember when we did the triangles originally, we found sine, cosine, and tangent. And I say, you don't even have to think about it on the second column. Flip it, flip it, flip it, right?
Oh, because
Right,
if-
she
if
phrases
you-
start
if
to
you
come
got
back.
over 64,
Flipped
but
it.
since it's signed.
All right, I flipped it back to sign, so I flipped the fraction. It's exactly the same as that chart of the six.
Cosine.
Exactly the same. So we're looking for the angles, so we're going to do an inverse sine. All right, so that's a key of the fraction 1 over 2.64. If you use the fraction button, that's fine. Otherwise, it's a divide. I don't care how you do it. Survey says, what is that from? That's some old TV show. Survey.
Nice, nice is right.
No?
No, it's
Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Yeah.
22.25.
Back in the Richard Dawson days.
22.2.
22.2? Everybody agree with that? Have to.
22.3.
You don't have to. You can be a rebel. Okay, those 4 questions, I would love to teach it more, but right now I have 15 minutes to finish test. So I'm going to start booking through this. Those are the 4 hardest predicted questions.
Oh, that's good.
Predicted. Okay.
I was good all the way to this last one. Last one. Don't be surprised if I miss it.
Are you doing 20 segment
I'm
video?
gonna practice it, but that
Huh?
doesn't mean.
Are you doing the 20 minute segment?
If I get sound, I will. I had no sound again yesterday, and I did the microphone correctly yesterday, so I don't know what's going on. Well, that's honestly is if you get them, you get them. If you don't, you don't. That's where I'm at because I can't rely on the technology. Find sine A given. Sine A is 346. We'll go centimeters on this. Side B is 480. And side C is 592. I don't care how you do it, just do it. If it was me, I'm a picture person, so I would make a picture. I would. That's just me, but I like it. And then I'd start putting some labels out. This is the angle we want to find, is angle A. So I put a little arc over here. This is what we want to find, is angle A. So we know this is 346, this is 480, and this is 592. We have an excessive amount of information. We didn't need to know all 3 sides. We only needed any 2 of them. Any 2, and we could have done this. But we got all 3, so we can do whatever we want. I like sine. Is that everybody good with sine? Good. So I'm going to do a sine of angle A is the ratio opposite over hypotenuse. So I'm going to do 346 over 592. One more time, you're looking for the... Huh? If I use tangent, sure.
Okay.
Well, we'll put a little or in here. Tangent of A is 346 over 480.
Should be opposite over adjacent then.
Right.
Okay.
And here's where your SOHCAHTOA. Anytime I draw a picture of a triangle, SOHCAHTOA works. If I don't draw a triangle, it won't work. Okay?
Your diagram there,
Yes.
346, that's equal to A, so this is across.
Correct, because opposite angles and sides have opposite values. So as I walk through A to the other wall, that's side A. Sides and angles have opposite sides. Good. So inverse, no matter what trig, and you could have done this with cosine. You could have done with all 6 of them. I would not recommend cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Not a good idea. How big is A?
Oh, I know what I did right.
Anybody?
I got 35 points. I don't know if it's right.
Oops.
I just did tangent minus 1 times 346 divided by
35.8 degrees.
We're in there.
That's what I know.
Did you
Yes.
use sine or tangent?
I use sine.
And you use tangent. And see how it's the same
You gotta
answer?
use- You gotta use inverse.
Yay.
in everything.
Yeah, because you're